I'm Russell Jaffe for Course Hero, and here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Catcher in the Rye. Come on, you old phonies, let's go! Salinger was so averse to the trappings of success that he demanded his picture be removed from the dust jacket of later editions of The Catcher in the Rye. He also refused interviews and told his agent to burn any fan mail that came for him. Holden Caulfield appeared in several short stories over the decade preceding The Catcher in the Rye. First, in Salinger's 1941 story, Slight Rebellion Off Madison, where he's the same character we all know and love. Or hate. Salinger's experiences as a soldier shaped his writings during the war and developed the character of Holden Caulfield across a series of short stories during this time. He even carried 6 chapters of The Catcher in the Rye with him when he landed in France on D-Day. Salinger suffered from depression and post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of his experiences in World War II. When the war ended, he checked himself into a mental hospital in Nuremberg, Germany, and after returning to New York in 1946, he quickly set to work finishing his novel. Salinger hated having his work reviewed by critics. He said that a writer who let himself in for it might as well walk down Madison Avenue with his pants down. As a result, he traveled to the British Isles just before the novel came out. Holden Caulfield is famous for repeating his favorite catchphrases, including phony, appearing 35 times in the book, and crazy, 77 times. A review of the book in the New York Times spoofed his style, using the word crummy 6 times. The Catcher in the Rye ranks high on the American Library Association's list of the most frequently banned and challenged classics. One library banned it for violating guidelines concerning excess vulgar language, sexual scenes, things concerning moral issues, excessive violence, and anything dealing with the occult. However, its popularity among students has endured. Some 250,000 copies of The Catcher in the Rye are still sold every year. Mark David Chapman, the man who assassinated John Lennon in 1980, was reading Salinger's novel at the time of his arrest. Chapman identified strongly with Holden Caulfield and reportedly believed he would become Holden when he killed Lennon. But obviously that didn't happen. The book was also found in John Hinckley Jr.'s apartment after he attempted to assassinate Ronald Reagan. In 1941, the 22-year-old Salinger met and fell head over heels for 16-year-old socialite Una O'Neill, daughter of playwright Eugene O'Neill. While dating, Salinger would send her long daily letters, but the romance ended when Salinger went to war and Una moved to Hollywood to pursue acting. Una soon met Charlie Chaplin, eventually becoming his 4th wife. When Salinger heard about the wedding, he was so angry that he sent Una a scathing, scatological letter describing in disgusting detail his version of the Chaplin's wedding night. Salinger was famously resistant to any and all attempts to make a movie from his novel. Salinger did, however, state in a 1957 letter that he was open to an adaptation being released after his death. He added, "It pleasures me no end, though, I might quickly add, to know that I won't have to see the results of the transaction."